I decided to make this video to answer a question that, to be honest with you, most people have probably never asked themselves. But if you are planning on visiting Ireland, or if you're from in and around Dublin and you've ever wondered, what is the highest point of our capital city? This is the video for you. And even better, I'm going to show you how to get there and to prove that it's incredibly easy and gives off unbelievable views. All right, let's do this. Now, where was it? Yes, highest point in Dublin. So I think when it comes to the highest point of anything, highest point in the world, Everest, highest point in Ireland, Carn-Two-Hill. Generally getting to the highest point of anything, well, it involves quite a lot of hardship to get there. And that for me is one of the big selling points of this walk, is that it's very doable. And that's what I'm hoping to show you now. Okay, first of all, now we're good to go. So then where exactly is it that we're going? Well, this is Capure, and Capure is the highest point in Dublin, and it's very identifiable because anyone who's ever looked into the Dublin Wicklow Mountains, you will be very familiar with the fact that there's one mountain that has a single mast on top of it. That's Capure. So from a radio and TV and communications point of view, it's actually quite an important transmission site, which is why you have the big massive mast on top of it. And it's for this very reason it is such an accessible site, because, well, given the fact that there's, you know, a lot of expensive equipment up here, it needs an access road. And it's because of this access road, getting to the top, it's pretty easy. Look at this fella. Now, as is generally the case whenever you come walking in Ireland, just be prepared for the heavens to open up. The forecast was meant to be decent today, but it's see, the thing is, it still kind of looks nice over there. You probably can't see with the rain on the lens. It looks nice there. It looks nice there. It looks nice there. Yeah, it's pretty much just here. A nice summer rain shower. What more could you ask for, huh? Like, I could bring the kids here now and have the buggy. Like, no problem. You do this with a buggy, no problem. Now, it gets steep, you know what I mean? So, obviously I'm sure there's other considerations there, but in terms of the actual surface, you nearly play snooker on that, you know what I mean? So when you get here, this little power station thing, I don't actually know if it's in use. It doesn't read, yeah, does that look like? I don't know. Any electricians, you might be able to tell me, does that thing look like it's in use? This, I would say, roughly is your halfway point, but it's also the point at which things are about to get a lot more difficult in terms of the steepness. It's pretty much flat from the car park to here, but from this point onwards, now we're talking in terms of the hills. Another interesting point while we're here is we kind of have Capure to thank for the Liffey, and that's because all of the water that kind of drains off Capure runs into the Basin. I don't know if the Basin is the correct terminology, but you get what I'm talking about. That all runs into what is the source of the River Liffey. So all of this water here, that's going to run through the city at some point. Okay. Full disclosure, I know the whole point of this video is about how accessible this is, getting to the highest point in Dublin, and it is. What I will say is that now that I'm at the steep bit, I cannot help but think that if I was doing this with a buggy, it would be hell. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. If you're doing this with a buggy, you'd need to give yourself quite a bit of time. Unless you're Ironman levels of fitness, you need to give yourself quite a bit of time, because there will be a lot of breaks along the way. So yeah, I've said it. So just in case someone comes and thinks that they're going to go for a leisurely stroll with the buggy, it's by no means leisurely. It's doable, but you will absolutely get a sweat on. Don't come out. Alright. I'm nearly at the top. I'm going to take this as a gate. So, yeah, I'm taking this as the finish point. You can now officially say that we are at the top. Just another point as well that I forgot to make. It's always very important when you do any sort of walking like this that you come prepared. There's a bit of a sog going on, but for anyone who's asking, a bit of hot chicken, mayo, cheese, sweet corn and lettuce. I could have done better. It was a bit of a panic, but it'll definitely do for now. Stunning. There it is. There's the city behind me. And look, I'm higher than all of you. Higher than every single one of you. You know, it's quite a while since I've done this walk, but I just can't help but think to myself, why don't I do this all the time? Because it's just so doable. And if you've never done it, I'd absolutely say you got to get yourself out here, because I'm telling you, I really don't think you're going to get a return on the investment better than this walk anywhere else. Like, I think we're at a pretty similar height to Patrick up here, but you start from a much higher starting point, so definitely not as taxing, and the views are absolutely incredible. You can see so much from here. Considering it's so quick to get here from, you know, the city centre or anywhere else around Dublin, it's geez, I think everyone should try and give this a go at some point.